I am Bisi Esuruoso, formerly Akanabi, the Special Advisor on Education, Science and Technology for the immediate past administration in Oyo State. I was the project lead for the popular Oyomesi project, Oyo State Model Education System Intervention, that won the covetous UNESCO Learning City Award for Ibadan in May 2019. This is my Asiwaju story. In 1997, I was introduced to Uncle Bola Tinubu by late DG Tinubu in London. I became closer to him as I was running a restaurant in the UK, and my restaurant was in Housden, Northwest London, called Pepperless. I used to supply meals to the Nigerian elite that were visiting the UK at the time. Whenever Uncle Bola visited from Maryland, USA, he would give me a ring and ask me to supply meals for him in pots in his house in Mill Hill. We became very close and I got to meet some of his inner circle friends like Uncle Ibukun, Chief Akinyelure, and so on. I would drive him around London in search of new properties and would spend time with my young children at his Cavendish Walk residence, where my son would swap video games with Sheyi, who was then in his early teenage years. Asiwaju was cerebral, progressive, and approachable, and would not hesitate to help young people like me. I was in my early 30s then. I was a beneficiary of some of the furniture at the house when he finally sold the house at Mill. Asiwaju was extremely generous. He counseled me as I was at a crossroad in my career. I wanted to expand my restaurant, and I was asking him for a loan, and he said, "You this intelligent girl, you want to be doing eba, want to be selling eba. Why don't you look to change your career and moving into something more productive than that?" And I was like, okay, so what can I do? He said, you know what? Let me put a call through to a friend of mine who knows about the opportunities in the UK. And guess who the friend was? It was Mr. Jack Straw, who was the cabinet minister in the UK at the time. I was in awe that here I am sitting in front of a Nigerian who could just put a call through to a minister of the United Kingdom cabinet. I was surprised. He called Jack Straw and he put him on a speaker and said, I have a young lady here who is at a cross in her career. What do you suggest she does? And Jack said, oh, tell her to go into education. Now, education is the future. And in the UK, the present government then, that was the government of Tony Blair, were unveiling a number of opportunities that the black minority groups like me can access. And armed with this information, I enrolled at the school-centered initial teacher training, very close to Asiwaju's house at Mill Hill, and I started my career, and this is the beginning of greater things in my life. This advice made me win about £100,000 in grants from the New Opportunity Fund that was launched by Tony Blair's government. And I was later recognized by Tony Blair and invited to number 10 Downing Street for excellence in education and childcare in March 2001. Following this advice, I won the New Opportunity Fund twice. I won £48,000 and then £30,000 and lots of other small amounts of money like £6,000 there, £5,000 there, £3,000 there, all amounting to about £100,000 between 1999 and 2004. I continued in this career, which earned me the recognition of the then British Prime Minister, Tony Blair, and I was invited to number 10 Downing Street in March 2001. for excellence in childcare and education. A feat that took me to number 10 Downing Street to a reception organized by the then Prime Minister Blair and his wife, QC Shiribe. So, you know why I'm gratified? I am fully gratified. The media reports have only been talking about Asiwaju's influence in the political class. But there are many ordinary folks like me. Uncle Bola, as we used to call him, would tell me that, do you want to pick my brains or do you want me to give you cash? I chose to pick his brains. And guess what? I'm a lot wiser for it. Because I've been able to put back into my society. My skills have been useful to so many young people and professionals in the educational sector from 2007 to date. Following Asiwaju's advice was instrumental in developing the passionate education development expert that some would like to describe me as today. And when he became governor in 1999, and anytime I visited from the UK and I'm at the KO Tinubu's residence, sometimes I would run into him and he would warmly greet me. He never discountenanced me and even take time to ask after my children. I have secretly wished him as our president. Now my dreams are about to be turned into reality. I will support to make this happen. This is my Asiwaju.